Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Come on, fellas.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
A gain of 6 there on first. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And out across midfield down to the 45. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. Jameis to throw it. A dump underneath to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now it's the former Badger, Dare Ogunbowale, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go. Let's do this.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do. And we're talking about Jason Kelce now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
7 yards there and a first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. On EA Sports.
Hey, go. 54. Mike, 54.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They'll run on first down. Howard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On second down now, it's Howard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Throwing on first is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Wentz is going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Wentz, and a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Wentz, it's caught by Aguilar. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well. And if this is offsides, it's going to be a first. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Again, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown, baby, let's go.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout. making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return is Mickens. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a two-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Wentz now to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game. And a loose football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. They'll throw again. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
There's Evans again, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it's Winston. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston. His 2nd touchdown of the night as the Buccaneers tackle.
You know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing his Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 60 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Here's Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Winston here to throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 1-yard touchdown pass as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a couple. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to
did the
preserve.
same. It smelled terrible.
Stop your whining.
Sunday.
On 1st down, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 45 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Hey. 4 down.
Shotgun now for Wentz. As Sanders has got it complete. As Sanders has it poked free, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Championships, baby. Shift.
Now Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.